Happy November, Family Assembly. My name is Izzy, and I've heard you've been chatting a lot about thankfulness today, which is perfect for what I want to talk to you about. Since, you know, November is one of my favorite months, and one of my favorite holidays is coming up. Yep, you guessed it, Thanksgiving. I'm sure many of you have heard the story of the first Thanksgiving. You know, remember? There were these pilgrims who set sail on the Nina Pinta and Santa Maria ships, landed on Plymouth Rock, befriended the Indians, and had a huge celebratory feast for thankfulness. But do you know why the pilgrims set out on their journey? It was because they wanted to pray to God in new ways that they couldn't do where they lived. So they got on some boats and began their voyage here. The pilgrims were very thankful to God. He had led them out of a land where they couldn't praise Him the way they wanted to. So He gave them a new place to call home where they could praise and worship Him with their whole heart. They were very thankful for this blessing, and they even set a special day aside of each year to thank Him for all the wonderful blessings He had given them. We call that day Thanksgiving. Now, for many of us, Thanksgiving is a day where we get together with our families and eat delicious food. We eat, we nap, and we eat some more. A day full of fun and festivity. But have you ever considered what Thanksgiving may be like if you don't have a family, or a home, or food to put on the table? Well, that's a reality for some people, even within our own community. Of course, we celebrate thankfulness on Thanksgiving, but it's a really good idea to express thanks on other days of the year as well. The Bible instructs us to give thanks and encourage one another more often. Thanks and giving go hand in hand. So since we've talked a lot about thanks this morning, for our next segment we're going to focus on the giving. So today we're going to get a little insider peek at the Hoboken shelter. Inside we're going to meet Jacqueline and Carolyn. Jacqueline is the executive director of the shelter, and Carolyn is a volunteer as well as a member of the board. How did you find out about the shelter, and how long have you worked here?
Well, actually it was 1998. I came here for the Empty Bowls fundraiser. We made a huge pot of soup for the guests, and I learned a lot about the shelter at that time.
Oh, I remember it was a beautiful fall day in September of 2004. The very first day I walked through the doors of the Hoboken shelter, and immediately it felt good. I was so thrilled at that awesome feeling that this place just feels so good. I need to be here. I need to commit to working here. I need to spend almost every day here. And I just celebrated my 12th anniversary working here.
About how many people would you say visit the shelter?
Every single day we see over 200 people. Every day. And throughout the day we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're serving 525 meals every single day. We actually host over 1,000 showers here a week. We are the only facility in Hudson County that offers street-dwelling homeless the opportunity to shower every day.
What kind of people benefit from this shelter? Are there any kids?
Anyone and everyone who is hungry and homeless can receive services from the Hoboken shelter. We see more families and children on weekends and during the summer months when school is out.
How do the communities of Hoboken and Weehawken help keep the shelter open?
Last Saturday we had our biggest fundraising event, which was the Hoboken 5K. It was like awesome and hugely successful and so much fun. And we had over 100 volunteers helping us with that event. But on race day, there's Stevens kids, there's people from church, there's people from out of town helping, and it's a great event. So we have a series of fundraisers throughout the year.
It's really tough to be able to keep a roof over everyone's head every single day, so any kind of support is greatly appreciated.
How do you link the shelter to Saints Peter and Paul and St. Lawrence communities?
Just to remind people that the shelter is here, that we as a community, faith community, are huge supporters of it, but let's spread the word so we have more people that are aware of it and that want to get involved and will get involved.
What is Thanksgiving like at the shelter?
So Thanksgiving is in November, but to us at the Hoboken shelter, Thanksgiving is not just one day, it's 365 days a year. So we need donations of plates, cups, napkins, forks every single day. That we need 1,000 supplies of soap and toiletries and shampoo and conditioner every single week of the year.
How do you help the shelter get ready for Thanksgiving?
I would say mostly food donations, and then anything else you can do to come in, just help making sure they have enough plates, they have enough cups. If not, let's get cups, get plates, get napkins, and then the food donations and just kind of planning the meal and figuring out how many guests we're going to serve, and just like at home, but multiply it by, I guess, 100.
What is your favorite part about your job?
I have the wonderful gift, the wonderful pleasure of being here to meet so many amazing people. Our guests have incredible stories to share. Our volunteers have the biggest hearts in the whole world. And our donors and supporters are just so lovely and caring and concerned about helping our neighbors move from the streets to our shelter to their own homes.
What does it take to be a really good volunteer?
Flexibility. It also takes, obviously, compassion and a smiling face and somebody that can just look the guests in the eyes and say, good morning, and how was your day, or have a great day. You know, just the ability to interact with all kinds of people.
If I want to volunteer, how can I help?
On the website, you can see, you know, how you can help and when you can help. And also, you could always walk in and ask. I mean, people downstairs, whether they're the guests or whether they're people that work here or other volunteers, are always going to be more than happy to guide you with how you can help.
And lastly, what can children do to make a difference?
What's great about kids in the community is that they're thinking about it, that they're talking about it. And what I'm really appreciative is that kids know that they can do something to be part of the solution.
So this year, whether you're eating turkey in your house, apartment, or at the Hoboken shelter, stop and think about all the things God has done for you. Then thank Him. See you all next time, and happy Thanksgiving.